What is good, everybody? I am back, and today I'm going to be talking about 3 discs that I recommend for beginners. So I feel like the question, at least it was for me, how do I even know what disc to choose? What should I get? Where do I even begin? So I thought I would make a video kind of giving you some pointers, some tips on how to pick out some new discs, and also kind of give you 3 discs that I would recommend. So first, I will say when you're beginning, when you're starting out disc golf, you're looking for slower speed discs. Because when you go ahead and you go to your local shop and you pick up, let's say, a distance driver. Let's say you pick up a Nuke. This disc is a 13 speed, super stable disc. So if you're just beginning and you go and pick out a distance driver because it says driver, you're going to get out to the course, you're going to throw this and be very discouraged when, it goes 80 to 100 feet and it just kind of dumps out. You're like, well, it's a distance driver, it should go further. Well, yes, but you're going to have to learn that arm speed. You're going to have to learn how to get some some power into your throws. So starting out, you're actually going to throw understable discs better. So instead of, finding this distance driver that is a 13 speed, so the first number is going to be your speed. It's going to be how hard you have to really throw that disc to get it going straight, to get it going far. Next is glide. So this has a 5 glide. So this disc is very glidey, but you still also have to throw that speed 13, so you still have to throw it really hard. Your third number is going to be the turn of the disc. So I'm going to speak for a right-handed backhand player. When you have thrown this hard, this disc is going to turn a little bit right. Not much because it's only a -1. Once you get to -3, that's going to have a lot of turn in it. And then the last number, 3, is kind of going to be the stability, how hard it comes back. So the natural flight for a right-handed backhand player is going to, be straight, and then it's going to come back left. So that last number, 3, is actually pretty high. So this disc is going to be rather stable. So instead of picking up something like this, really high numbers, maybe try to find something like an Avenger SS, which is going to have a lot of glide. You don't have to throw it as hard, and it's going to have a -3, so it's going to have a lot of turn. And when it has a lot of turn and you're not throwing very hard, that disc is actually going to go further than getting something super stable. Hopefully that helps a little bit of what you're looking for. Like I said, I feel like when you're just starting out, even a 10 speed is going to be a little iffy. So that's why I have picked out 3 discs that I would recommend for you starting out. Alright guys, so my 3 discs that I have picked out, that I've personally thrown, still throw them actually. Let me start out with a couple of mid-ranges. So I have first a Disccraft Meteor, and I think for a beginner this will be a very straight disc. You might get a little right to left action, which is going to give you more distance, so you'll see it in the air kind of fly, like we call it an S turn. So it's going to go a little bit right and then come back left. If you're left-handed, it's going to come back, it's going to go left and come back right. Next up is a disc where I feel like if you're beginning, have played for a long time, this disc is very useful in your bag. It's a Disccraft Buzz. This is another one that it's going to be a little step up from the Meteor. So it's going to maybe take a little bit more power to get going straight, even though it is the same speed of a 5. It's a little bit more stable of a disc. So instead of a -3, you have a -1 in there. So it's not going to want to go much right before it comes back left. So I feel like it's definitely a step up from the Meteor, but it'll also be a very good beginner slow disc for you to learn your angles and kind of just learn the technique. I think it'll definitely help you. Lastly, I actually have a Fairway Driver. So if both of those you're saying, I got them, maybe I'm ready for the next step. I have a Fairway Driver, which is a Leopard 3. So an Innova Leopard 3. So it is a 7 speed. It's very glidey at 5, so help you get that distance. All in all, it's not a super stable of a disc. You'll still, eventually, you'll learn to get that right action to come back left. It'll give you ultimately more distance. Anyway, guys, that's my 3 discs that I recommend you going out, getting if you're new to disc golf. Try them out. Let me know how they fly. If you're a beginner watching and you have some discs that you've been throwing, put them down in the comments. Let people see. So those 3 discs are just my opinion on what you should get. So if you like the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Go follow ChasinChains_ on Instagram, where I post there daily. And we'll see you on the next one.